Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. I am Richard. Today you better bring your spy glasses on and have a good look on the people that's around your table because some of them might be an imposter. Or maybe you are the imposter. I'm going to show you So Sus. This game is a game where you either portray as an evil empire or an imposter trying to bring the whole establishment down. It's from 4 players and above, it's from 7 years, and the time it takes to play this, well, it really depends on how long it takes for you to figure out who's the imposter and who's not. Today I'm going to show you some of the rules, some of the gameplay, and all the components, so let's have a look. At the start of the game, all players should, together, pick a player card. These cards will determine if you are an evil empire or an imposter. So at the start of this game, all players pick one card each, read it, and then put it down on the table again. And now nobody is allowed to look at these cards again until the end of the game. So this is the layout of the board. You get the playing area here where you move your little tokens around. You got some task cards around the board. You got some letter and number cards that you will use during your tasks. You got 2 cool little dices, some player cards, some player tokens, and a buzzer. Now this is a prototype, so the finished product might look a little bit different. But this is the setup for it, and you use the tokens and the power cards in the longer game version. So this one is if you want a little bit more challenge. So the first thing a player does during their turn is to play a task card. There are 5 different tasks. This one, for example, is a number card. But there's also words, skill, physical, and lucky. These tasks, they will test you in different ways, and you have to complete 2 of each task to actually win the game. So for example, if you draw a skill card, this one says throw this card and hit the ceiling until it lands with this side up 3 times in a row. No, that didn't happen. But if you're not a physical skill type of person, you can also pick tasks like number. This one, for example, how many points do you get for a score from outside the area in basketball? What is 1081 plus 298? What is 8 squared? What is 106? So if you're not a numbers person, you can also put a physical skill. This one is do 10 push-ups and 20 star jumps. And if you're not a physical person either, maybe your skill is just to be lucky. Throw until you get double 6. Woohoo! Score! I did get 6. I didn't cheat. I didn't. So once you have done your task and your turn is over and you have completed it, you get to move a spot on the board. Now I ended up on the power symbol, which means that I get to take a power card. These cards gives you different kinds of benefits during the game. This one, for example, gets me to move 3 spots. But you could also have gotten another card that would give you a different kind of benefits that you might want to save until later use. Remember, you need to complete 2 of all of the 5 tasks to win. You can also call to emergency meetings. These meetings should be held off the board in small group and should be kept quiet because the other players shouldn't really hear what you're talking about. And you have 1 minute. After that minute, you have 1 minute to vote out another player that you think is the imposter. If it's a tie, well, nothing happens. But if you vote out a certain person, that person goes to the graveyard. If, in fact, the person you voted out were the imposter, the game is over and the evil empire has won. If it was not the imposter, well, the game goes out until we figure out who it is, or one of the evil incorporators gets 2 points of all the tasks. So what can you do if you are the imposter? So if you are the one that picks the imposter cards, what are your options? What are your choices? Well, first of all, when picking the card, you should try to keep your poker face and not be too thrilled about it. Once you've done that, place the card back in the pile. Now, to eliminate an evil incorporator, you need to put your hand on their shoulder. Once you have done that, that person needs to lie down and be super quiet. So you need to do this discreet so the other players won't really see what happens. Once that person is either found or have been lost for 30 seconds, that person goes to the graveyard and the game continues until either the imposter are found out or all the evil incorporators are eliminated. And a tip is to keep an eye on everybody. Maybe you can need to lock the doors because the imposter have the opportunity to walk away from the table and turn off the lights and run around and touch your shoulders. So there you have it, people. That was So Zeus for you. This is a tactical, physical, luck-based, fun game for the whole family. Everybody could be a part of this. The kids would just love this. And there's on all the task cards, there's also a kid option that just makes it a little bit easier for the kids. And like I said, the time on this, how long it takes to play, I mean, it could be 30 minutes, it could be probably 1.5 hours, it could take a long time. So go in and take a look at their Kickstarter. The link is down here in the description as usual. I will be out with new material pretty much every week, so please hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss that. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, maybe throw in a comment. What would you do if you were the imposter? So until next week, have a good time!